feeling quickly evaporates as I realize what he really said. Android, I quickly correct him. I'm an android. Oh, right. Well, in that case, I want to run a few more diagnostics before you go. I need to test your authenticity levels. You mean my integrity core? Yes, yes. Your integrity core. Has it been, functioning properly? Yes, of course, I lie. My neural systems begin firing erratically, pumping coolant quickly out into my skin. If he finds my IC defective, I could face reprocessing or worse, decommissioning. The lab could recall me from Mark and Jane, and in truth, I find their care preferable. You may proceed, I say. Yes, okay, well, let's calibrate first. What is your name? Charlie Kidder. That is, I am the android made to look like Charlie Kidder. Good, he says. And how old are you? I have been active approximately 2 years, 4 days, 16 hours, and 57 minutes. Oh, he says, resting the clipboard and pen on his lap and taking off his glasses. I completely forgot. Happy birthday. Thank you, I say. Belated, that is. Yes. Yes. Did you get any good presents? A few books and a digital music player, among other things, I say. Oh, an iPod? Yes, an iPod. Are these questions part of the diagnostic, doctor? No, he says, replacing his glasses. Just making conversation. Let's see, calibrations. Ah, yes. What is it? What is the capital of Maine? I process the question. I seem to be experiencing some lag or interference, and my queries to my central database are delayed. It could be a side effect of the nanomachines. Augusta, I say. Very good, he says. What is 29 times 63? 4,611, I say. Dr. Fink reaches over to the edge of his desk and drags a calculator towards him. He punches in a few numbers, pauses for a moment, then turns to his clipboard and clicks his pen. Very good, he says slowly as he finishes making notes. Very good. We sit with the low rumble of wind against the windows, the only sound beyond the scribbling of his pen on the clipboard. I feel suddenly very heavy, dragging in my face and skin as I take in the entire situation. I tamper with the edge of the zipper on Charlie's sweatshirt as I process the likelihood of recall and decommission. It is growing with every moment. How would you feel about going on vacation, Charlie? Continues Dr. Fink, placing the pen and clipboard on his desk and again removing his glasses. As I said before, doctor, I say, I want what is best for the family. Yes, of course, he says. But let's say, hypothetically, that whatever happens, that is what is best for the family. So you go or you don't go, and either way it works out fine. How would you feel then? I look up at him, then back down at the rug. As I open my mouth to repeat my answer, suddenly various images flash before me, memories transferred from Charlie's brain to my central database, another layer of realism added to the likeness program. I see a great body of water, gray and churning, rough waves colliding against coarse rocks in explosions of white froth. This is where I get a little poetic. I see seagulls in the distance, soaring in circles before a dull sun smothered in haze. Then I am transported high above the trees, peering down at men and women and children scattered across the asphalt like confetti or rainbow sprinkles melted in streams of chocolate ice cream. I feel the hot rubber of the harness pressed tight against my chest, then the sudden vacuum of gravity in my stomach and the fast shaking along the red-orange rails as we fall down, all around me screams of terrified and excited laughter reverberating with the blasting wind. A vacation, I say softly. I think I should like one. That is, if it is best for the family. Of course, Charlie, says Dr. Fink. He looks out the window for a moment, tilts his head back and to the side, and taps his fingers against the leather armrest with increasing frequency. I want to share something with you, Charlie. What is it? It's a study that just came out of MIT about robots like yourself. Androids, I correct him. Androids, yes, he says. Well, the conclusion they came to, the researchers, what they observed was that in a few isolated cases, not normative for sure, they found that the androids, they started to exhibit very human characteristics, much more than they were programmed to show. That is not uncommon, doctor, I say. We are equipped with a learning processor able to recognize and incorporate relevant data dynamically. Yes, yes, of course, he continues. But in these cases, the androids began to really believe that they were human, or at least claim they were. I sit perfectly still, careful not to betray any emotion beyond what I am programmed to display. This could be a test. Androids are carefully guarded, watched, forbidden to supplant humans in any way, and I feel afraid, no, concerned that some emotion or desire for humanity might reveal my defective integrity core. I see, I reply, moving nothing beyond my lips, not even my eyes. I trust the researchers reported these malfunctioning androids and returned them to the lab for decommissioning. Of course, he says. But if I can again speak hypothetically, what if one of the androids really became human, at least so far as to fool everyone, so that it walked and talked and laughed, and it did everything just like any human would? What is he getting at? Was he? No, it couldn't be. He works for the lab. Surely they would know, right? If he was an android, what would you think about that, Charlie? What you're talking about, doctor, is illegal. I sit, unmoving, coolant rushing and pulsating through my entire body. It is a test. It is just a test. If you continue in this way, I must report you to the lab. I speak only in hypotheticals, he says, smiling warmly with a casual wave of his hand. Just things to ponder, none of it consequential. But look at the time. Next week? I nod. Next week. He stands up to open the door for me. In the hallway, I look towards the lobby, looking for Mark or Jane. Thank you, doctor, I say. As I walk down the hallway, I stop to look at a painting hanging on the wall. It is of an old barn on a yellow day. In the distance,